It's a love story. I'm waiting for her to grow up. Abhay, help.
She's engaged.
No.
As in, engaged, or she's engaged.
I've read it like 100 times. It's a girl novel.
Well, I was doing the film, maybe I should have read it.
It's easy to have an affair with a married woman.
I agree.
She is a really smart writer.
I totally agree with that.
See a man and you're like,
You already had kids.
Yeah.
Next to being married, a girl likes to be crossed in love little now and then. Words from famous author Jane Austen, whose novel Emma has inspired Aisha. And we have with us the star cast of the film, Sonam Kapoor and Abhay. Pleasure having you in Bollywood Hangama, first of all.
We're 1/3 of the star cast.
1/3 of the star cast.
Well, there's Cyrus, Arunoday, Ira, and Amrita, and Lisa.
हम दोनों सिंगल तो नहीं मर जाएंगे?
तीनों मैं भी तो सिंगल हूँ ना।
It's a pretty interesting novel, and I think it's a very the kind of character that you have. It's like you're a matchmaker. If you go by the novel and how things take a different turn altogether. Something about your character.
But that's like a very superficial way of looking at Emma. I think Aisha is a story. First of all, it's an ensemble piece, and it's a story of a girl who's coming of age, and the people around her who like kind of help.
It's a world. Yeah, I mean, basically, as the book, it's like Emma, and over here we have Aisha, and it's the space she inhabits, the people around her, how she lives her life.
Yeah, and it's a love story at the end.
It's a love story. She's the kind of girl who likes romance in her life, but she's always somehow trying to set people up. Symbolic of the fact that there should be love in her own life, which I don't think she's looking at, and that's where my character comes in, because he feels that she should perhaps maybe stop meddling in people's affairs and just...
And he's waiting for her to grow up.
And he's waiting for her to grow up, exactly, because he
wants her.
Yeah. Meet my friend and colleague from New York, Aarti.
तुम भी MBA, वो भी MBA. How perfect.
कुछ जल रहा है.
So if you're taking the novel into account, what character are you playing?
From the novel, it's the Knightley, George Knightley. George is his first name, right?
Yes.
Okay, yeah. Yeah, so the George Knightley character, where I'm now Arjun Berman, right?
Berman,
Yeah.
मैं तुम्हारी बात क्यों सुनूं?
क्योंकि मैं तुमसे बड़ा हूँ.
सिर्फ तुम्हारा पेट बड़ा है.
Hey, it's a 16-pack, okay?
And how have you just kind of totally Indianized it?
Jane Austen had a lot of these Victorian values, right? I believe in it. So
And India has those Victorian
we
values.
still hold on to those Victorian values because the British were here. So it's not that hard.
We have the strata of different stratas of society, how we're all obsessed with marriage and marrying the right kind of guy.
Well. You know, so many common links. They've just kind of contemporized it, which, yeah, I think again you can.
Okay, how have you contemporized that?
Well, it's in this day and age.
Where is it based exactly? What is the setting like?
Delhi, in high society Delhi, in Def Call and Central Park and
South Delhi.
in South Delhi.
Come on, Arjun. Come on, Arjun. For New York return, Anita.
Anita nahi Aarti.
Alright, and how involved was your father in the entire film?
He produced the film.
I know, but in terms of, he has a wonderful script sense and story sense.
Well, lots of inputs. I mean, he sat with Raji a lot, and they kind of always went through everything. Like even Abhay also had a lot to do with a lot of his.
Her dad, Heli, was behind the scenes essentially. I mean, of course, setting it up. You know, being the producer, he gave it. You know, he brought in the budget to begin with. Then on top of that, he obviously sat on the script. He met all of us. Initially, he was really busy. He was mostly in LA, so you didn't see him much in the beginning. He just kind of set it up and went to finish his business.
Yeah.
And when he came back, then he was on set and kind
But
of...
he came a couple of times to Delhi.
Yeah, like so whenever he found time from 24, he would come. And then once 24 was done, he was there. The best thing about having him was just the encouragement.
Yeah, and the
for all of us.
enthusiasm.
Yeah.
You are a major like book reader. I think you read a lot, and even you tend to read a lot as well.
Not a lot, once in a while.
So have you read the novel, both of you?
I've read it like 100 times. It's a girl novel.
Well, I was doing the film, maybe I should have read it. But then they said, "Dude, it's okay, I read the script, you can understand it. It's such a well-written script, you get it."
Yeah, and he's saying that because Devika has written it.
My friend's written it. No, also because it is a great script.
Yeah, it's a really good script, but also Devika has written it.
So it was all there on paper. I mean, my character was jumping out at me from the lines, so I didn't need to read the book.
Something different from what you've done earlier.
Yeah, I like to explore with each film.
He does all different roles.
Right. All right. So I've taken a few famous quotes from Jane Austen, a couple of you to both of you, and how you react to that. The first one is, that is for Abhay. An engaged woman is always more agreeable than a disengaged. She is satisfied with herself. Her cares are over. All is safe with a lady engaged. No harm can be done.
You know what that means, right?
She's engaged.
No.
As in, engaged,
No.
or she's engaged.
No, engaged is someone who's already involved, already married.
That's what, yeah, I get
and this is a man saying it. So a man is saying that it's easier to have an affair with a woman who's engaged.
Well, that's I was just going to say that, yeah, in these times, especially, I can see why it's contemporized.
It's easier to have an affair with a married woman.
But this is engaged. This is not married yet. All right. Next one is for you. A large income is the best recipe for happiness I ever heard.
No, I don't agree with it, but most of Jane Austen's heroines agree with it.
The next one is for you. I do not want people to be agreeable as it saves me that trouble of liking them.
I agree.
She is a really smart writer.
I totally agree with that.
Last one is for you. A lady's imagination is very rapid. It jumps from admiration to love, from love to matrimony in a moment.
Absolutely. I absolutely agree with that. You see a man and you're like,
You already had kids.
Yeah.
Fantastic. Something about the shooting experience. How was the entire experience of shooting this film?
Awesome. Wasn't it awesome?
I hated it.
It was awesome.
I mean, obviously, it was good. The team, young team, and just like even Ria, who's a sister, who was kind of this kid on the set who was actually the maturest one. So it was kind of nice.
Your sister has produced them.
My sister was there, and so it was a nice, comfortable set with Ria there and Sonam, and also everybody we got along with. There's this crazy makeup artist called Namrata, who we all hated and wanted to beat her up, but she kept us laughing, so that was good. There was this very sweet boy called Kunal, who was my designer, who everybody bullied. And then there was Cyrus.
Yeah.
Cyrus bullied him a lot.
Yeah, Cyrus bullied him. We called him Gulshan.
Gulu. His nickname was Gulu, and you'll actually see him in the film. He does a cameo.
He's playing volleyball.
He's playing volleyball.
And then he's in the campfire song.
He's at the campfire song as well. Then, of course, Karan, the first AD, Rajshri, our director, who's also quite young.
Karan's the associate.
Yeah, so the associate. It was a good team. Diego, the DP, it was just...
Shruti.
Shruti, yeah. Shruti is my favorite. She's the production designer.
आयशा जिसे कहते हैं एक है वो लाखों में दिल में जाके रुकती है वो आती है जो आंखों में.
Music, what kind of music are you having?
It's awesome. It's Amit Trivedi.
Yeah, Dave D. All right.
And not only that, Amit is I feel he's
Amir
going
also done.
Yeah, and he's going to be the next A.R. Rahman of our country. For sure. I can give it to you in writing. He's so good.
He's got a different taste altogether, I think, in terms of what he did with emotional Atyacha.
ऐसा न होगा कोई